Hello everybody and welcome to this week's video. As you can see, I have a stack of very purple books with me. I thought purple is a suitable spooky colour, and conveniently most of my TBR is purple for this month. So I thought that's a good enough theme, let's make it a video. So you can already see what the books are, but just to run through them, I have got completely wrong name. Wild Card by Elsie Silver. This is a ex-boyfriend's dad romance, and that is about all I know. I have started this one, so I'm gonna not say too much because I'm halfway through it. So I actually do know more than that, but for now, that's all you need to know. I have got Rewitched by Lucy Jane Wood. Again, I don't really know much about this. It just seems cozy. This was actually in my reading first chapters to see if I wanted to keep the books, and I decided to keep this one, so hopefully I like it. I have got Book Boyfriend by Lucy Vine. If you've seen my recent reading vlog, you know I'm a big fan of Lucy Vine. The two books I've read by her I've really enjoyed, so of course I had to pick up this one, and it's got sprayed edges from the works. Rewitched also has them, but I like these ones. Then I have got Crazy Spooky Love. Obviously it is Halloween month. There has to be some spooky romance in here somewhere, and this I think is the only one I own. And this is by Josie Silver, who again, I read a book by her in the summer and I loved it. So I'm anticipating good things with this. And finally, we've got Fan Service by Rosie Danan. I think this is only purple in the Afterlight edition, so good thing I have that. And again, gorgeous sprayed edges. I am obsessed with this version. 5 books is a lot to read in a week, so I don't know if I'll get to all of them, but that is the TBR plan. So as I said, I've already started reading Wild Card, so let's finish that and I'll let you know what I think and what I'm going to read next. I have finished Wild Card by Elsie Silver and I'm so happy. I actually loved this. Like, I didn't like, what is the other one actually called? Wild Side? I didn't like the green one. I think it's Wild Side. Didn't like that one too much, but this I actually really enjoyed. I think it's like a 4.5. Like, easily a 4.5. I was obsessed with the relationship between Bash and Gwen, the drama of their ex-boyfriend's dad, but then how it's done isn't like she met him as her ex-boyfriend's dad, they met beforehand, so it was done really well. I loved their relationship, I loved their friendship first. I loved Clyde, he's a side character in this. Just everything about this made me very happy. 4.5 stars, absolutely adored this one. And that means our next book has been chosen, and I have started, you can see my little bookmark is in, Fan Service by Rosie Danan. This is going a bit slow for me so far. The premise of this one is that this is an actor in a TV show similar to like The Vampire Diaries, I think. Maybe, I've not watched Vampire Diaries. But the character he plays in this TV show can turn into a werewolf, and then in real life he starts to think he can turn into a werewolf, and he recruits Alex, who used to be a big fan of the show, and like knows all of this information about the show, to help him figure out if he is actually turning into a werewolf or not. So it's a fun premise. I love the premise. The execution so far, I'm about 100 pages in, just over, isn't my favourite thing, but we've just got to the bit where they're actually interacting. Like, we're not having their separate plot lines anymore. We're back to like, we've got them together. So I'm thinking it's going to pick up from here. I'm hoping it does, because again, I love this edition. Did I show you? I don't know if I did. The underneath is so cool. Like, hello. I love it. So I really want to love this book so I can keep this edition, because I will sell it if I don't like it. Just putting it out there. So I'm going to hopefully finish this one over the next few days, and then I think the next book I'll pick up is Crazy Spooky Love. So we'll see if I actually pick that one up, or if I don't, like, if I go off course, as I normally do in these videos. But for now, I'm reading this. It's okay so far, not my favourite thing in the world, but I could see it getting better, and I really hope it does. So I will get back to you once I've finished Fan Service. It's been a few days. This took me a little bit longer than anticipated, but I have finished Fan Service by Rosie Danan. I would say this is a 4-star. the first like 100 pages was a little bit iffy. I was like, am I vibing with it? Meh. But I kept going because I have a video to film and the thought of having to pick a new book was stressing me out. So I kept going with this one, and I'm really glad I did actually, because I loved the dynamic between our main characters, who I've already forgotten. Oh no, Devin and Alex, I remember. Got confused because he also has a character in a show called Colby. I couldn't think which one was his real name and which one was the show name, but he's called Devin. And I think I mentioned, but Devin is, let me just double check this is said in the thing. Right. I think it's pretty obvious. Basically, Devin used to play a werewolf on a TV show. He is now falling out of the limelight a bit. He's not really a big deal in the acting community anymore. And then he starts having blackouts and he thinks he's turning into a werewolf. Alex was a huge fan of the show. She had this whole wiki page that she made about everything that ever happened in the show. She's like the person to go to if you need advice to do with the show or have questions or anything. So Devin ends up messaging Alex through her wiki page and saying, if I was turning into a werewolf, would you be able to tell me? And that's kind of the setup of this book, and it's just really fun. It's really fun. The spice was really spicing. It was very good. We do have a few moments where Devin's a bit of a prick, but Alex puts him in his place, and by the end it's all good, obviously. So I actually really enjoyed this one. This is the first time I've tried reading a Rosie Danan book since I DNF'd The Roommate literally 5 years ago. So I'm glad I liked it. I'm glad that I get to keep this stunning edition. I think I've showed this about 3 times now, but I'm showing it again. I love the underneath because it is like the box set for his TV show, The Arcane Files. So big fan of this. Well, big fan. Moderate fan of this one. I do recommend it if you want a little bit of like a spooky werewolfy vibe. So that is that. 4 stars, as I said, and I'm now going to read Crazy Spooky Love, entirely picked because it's the shortest book that I've got to read in this video. So, and I'm definitely not going to get to all of the books because it's now Tuesday and I have 3 books left to read and I need to upload this Friday. So I think that will be, I think I'll read Crazy Spooky Love and Book Boyfriend. That's what I'm leaning towards. I'm not feeling Rewitched. I'm still not feeling it. So this might be the last chance I give it before I unhaul it. So that's the plan. I will get back to you when I finish reading Crazy Spooky Love. So I think I'm going to end this video here. I only read 3 books, but I'm quite unwell and I don't think I can push through and read another book in the next day to get this out on Friday. So I'm gonna leave it at 3 books. I did try and pick up Brynne Weaver's novella, but I just, like, after 1 page I was like, no, I can't be asked. So this is definitely the end of this video now. I did finish Crazy Spooky Love and I did not enjoy it. The line I've been using to explain this book to like my book club and the job I currently have, the staff having a reading challenge where you have to write a little review of all the books you read, and the line that I've been using in that is, it's not often that the romance is the worst part of a romance book. Literally every single time the romance was brought up I was like, why is this here? This would be a really strong book if the romance wasn't happening. Like, just get rid of it. So this is following Melody, who can see dead people, she can see ghosts, and she wants to start up her own business. She calls it ghost hunting, like trying to make the spirits happy so they move on, sort of thing. Like, why are you still here? Let's sort this out. And she recruits her best friend. I think her friend is called Marina, and ends up hiring this little rando kid called Artie, who is so sweet. I loved Artie, he was great, to do her work with her. They can't see dead people, it's just Melody that can, and her mum and grandma. It's like a family thing. And they go to this house, and it's like a competition between her and her ex-boyfriend, who's like a TV show host who claims he can see ghosts and deal with them, but he can't. And my favourite bit of the book in its entirety is the dynamic between the 3 ghost brothers that she is talking to, and there's like a murder mystery plot going on to do with the ghosts, and that's how she's going to help them move on. I really enjoyed that. One of my favourite TV shows is Ghosts on the BBC, which is kind of not similar, but you know, like someone can see ghosts and they're not trying to get rid of them or be scared of them, they're just sort of friends with them. So I did like that element, but as I said, the romance was just not it, and I did not want to continue reading this for the majority of the time I was reading it, which is saying something because it's only about 280 pages long. So unfortunately, I'm giving this a 2-star, and I am swiftly unhauling it from my collection. I will not be picking up the sequel, and like I'm gonna get my fair share of ghost related romances soon anyway, because we've got Soul Searching by Lila Sage is my book club pick. The book club I'm in is reading Soul Searching this month, so I might pick that one up. Good Spirits obviously comes out this month, and that's like a Christmas Carol ghosty romance thing. And another book called Ghosted at Christmas, I've got the ARC for that, which I need to read this month, and that literally in the blurb says for fans of ghosts on the BBC. So I will be picking that one up, and I am anticipating loving it because I fucking love ghosts on the BBC. If you like it, let me know your favourite character. I love... Who even is my favourite character? It's probably Captain or Pat. I love Thomas as well, but that's because I love Matthew Bainton, who is his actor. So let me know if you've seen that show. This might be a niche thing. I don't know if it's that niche, but let me know if you like it. But yeah, so 2 stars, unhauling this promptly, getting rid of it. Then obviously the other books that I read for this video were Fan Service by Rosie Danan, which I gave a 4-star, and Wildcard by Elsie Silver, which I gave a 4.5. I really liked these other 2 books. This one, as I mentioned, was a bit slow to start, but once you get into it, it's quite fun, and this one was just incredible. Well done, Elsie Silver. I still love you. Well done. So that is it for this video. I will not be reading Book Boyfriend or Rewitched, but I am going to try and get them into another video soon, because they, especially Rewitched, I feel like I'm losing the stamina to actually want to pick it up, and I don't want to unhaul another book without even trying it. So, but we'll see if I can get them in anywhere. But for now, that is the end of this video, and I will see you next week with another one. Bye!